So, I think you can hear me now. That was crazy. I just used this setup just to do a live not too long ago. And the setup is the same and things were happening. I'm not understanding why that would happen. But those of you who don't know, I was off of Facebook for a while because I was flagged, I was restricted. I couldn't get on, let me see. I couldn't really get online because they said I violated their policies, which was crazy. I don't understand how I violated their policy. Make sure that you can hear me. Let's try this. Can you hear me? Somebody throw up yes. Throw up yes, we keep going. Because I have some trouble with my microphone connecting to Restream. It was something really crazy happening. So if you can hear me, I don't know who that is. If you can hear me, type yes, and then we can keep going. Let me give you a second. So second with the T and not a D. All right. Thank you, Tammy. So anyway, I posted something on Facebook. There was going to be a shooting in East Chicago. And so I posted it, and Facebook thought that it was, too much. And I'm thinking I'm posting this to help somebody. I got friends who got children who go to these schools, and they felt like, hey, they needed to do what they needed to do. So I was off for 30 days. I went over to YouTube, and YouTube is something new I want to do. I want to try to take it to another level, but I need your help. So if you are listening and when you watch this, please do me a favor, go over and like and subscribe. My name is Derek Hearn on YouTube. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you will know when I'm going live. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on Facebook Live because I don't want to continue to go through this. Every little thing I do, they're putting me on what's it called, Facebook, whatever, Facebook jail, like y'all like to call it or whatever. Now, if you're noticing where I got this t-shirt from, Love, Peace, and Happiness, my friend Maurice Griffin, who's a gospel artist, I bought this supporting him, and he has this new thing that he's doing, an initiative called World Changers. So this World Changers is something new entertainment, and it's like his fan base. He's doing a whole little fan thing. If you are interested in joining the World Changers, you could reach this number 312-388-9323. That's 310-388-9323. So if you want one of these shirts, he has a few shirts. It's different colors shirts. I mean, I chose this one. I wanted to do a blue today. So I'm supporting my friend Maurice Griffin. And if you haven't heard him sing, he's an amazing singer. And I think you will be very, very, very happy you actually went and researched him if you never heard of him. Okay. So here's the thing. It's not too often I start this thing with the dumbest post of the week. And I changed it from the dumbest post of the week to doofus of the week. And it will be doofus of the week from now on. Every week we will choose somebody, a post, not necessarily a person, but a post that's so ridiculous or so asinine that I will take and Damien and I will take, and we will go through that thing and dissect it and tell you why we feel like it's doofus. And it will begin. So, the doofus post of the week. Now, this person who posted is my friend. So I will never attack my friends. But the post, the woman who posted it, she needs to be checked. And here it is. No, not that one. This one. She says, I cannot believe black men are getting away with the lie that black women only date them if they have money. That part of it is not so bad. This is the part that got me. Black men do not have money. Black men do not have money. Now, when I saw this, I said to myself, that's stupid. Because for one thing, that person has obviously never looked at any magazine or any book or did any research before she made that asinine post. So let me check you. Black men out earn black women. And even though black women are more in the job market, black men on average make more. So to say that they are broke, now you need to define what broke is. Now, if your broke is, he doesn't have a nice car or a big house, then guess what? 70% of us are that. 70%. Only 30% of us make 100,000 and more. 70% of us make less than that, with the majority of us making somewhere between 40 and 50,000. So when you saying somebody's broke, that would include you. That's number one. Number two, black men are not saying that we women only want us for our money per se, like we have all the money they wanted. That's not what they mean. They basically saying women, a lot of y'all women, especially the millennials and these zennials coming up, oh my God, but you're saying you really want a man to take care of everything. And you will not see a man, you won't even take him seriously unless you know he can pay all your bills. That's what they say when they say you only want us for our money. That's what's being said, not that we have money. Because, like I said, 70% of us do not have that kind of money. And here's the crazy thing for you women that's saying that 30%, a lot of you saying that don't qualify for them either. You don't qualify for them either. So what end is this? Because I'm getting tired of seeing women attacking men and men attacking women. But I'll go through my timeline. Most of these men on my timeline saying, "You my beautiful queens, you my beautiful this." But I'm seeing the women on here going in without a fail on black men, majority, and they have no problem with it. Now, explain to me this. Why is it that you can say every derogatory thing you can think of about us, but the second we even have a preference, here you go saying somebody hurt you? Now, let me get on this person, and I'm not going to say your name, but there is not a woman in this world that can finesse me and get me hurt. You're not good enough to do that. Nobody is, because one thing I can say, I'm not bitter. I'm not mad. I'm congratulatory because you taught me the game. If I know the game, it was because women ran game on me when I was younger, but I'll be dang gone if they run it on me now. I'm way beyond that. So for anybody to say that I've been hurt, or every time a man says we have an opinion or we have a preference, now who hurt you? You bitter, you a crybaby. No, we have preferences. Who's always crying saying men ain't no good? Who's always crying saying men are so broke? Who's always crying saying this men need to have this and this and this and this? Not men. It's you. So who's the crybaby baby here? Who's the crybaby? You need to stop doing that, because here's the crazy thing. If you are somebody who's single and you want to be single, then go have at it. Go run and chop it up. But if you're a woman that desires to be married, what do you think gonna happen when the man that you want sees your post and you going in on every time? They're gonna look at you and say you drama. And they ain't gonna want to have nothing to do with you then. And you still gonna be even on here talking about black men. First of all, black men, listen to me real clear. Black men don't feel like we're superior to you. We don't feel that way. I don't know. Maybe the men you deal with, and should be something you should check too. Which brings me to this, and I'm gonna get back to that. Which brings me to this. If you sitting up here saying I could get any man I want, but you still single, then something is wrong, because that means you met the man you want and you messed it up. You messed it up. So now so that means you've met all these men and even men that you wanted and you still single. That's on you. Then the problem is you. You are the common denominator. But I don't think you met the man you want. And here's the crazy thing before I move on to Dave Chappelle. Y'all ready for it? Here's the crazy thing. That man that you want, he saw you and he wasn't interested. He didn't see nothing that he felt was worthwhile in you. And that's why you can't get the man you want. The man you want glanced at you and either said no, probably saw your drama, probably saw all the extra stuff and was like, I don't want to have anything to do with a woman that acts like that. So for you to take shots at men on a daily basis says a lot, because you need to chill on that, because you never know who's seeing your page. Men with money don't like, now I'm average. I'm not broke, but I can pay my bills and still have a little left over. I'm happy with that. I'm content in my choices. I don't need nobody to tell me I need to get my money up. I know y'all people on here talking about wealth to wealth. I'm not really interested in that. I'm interested in making impact in other ways. And that's me. That's my walk. And I'm not going to let anybody, especially a woman I don't plan to date, tell me what I should do. But y'all want to keep doing this? And the man you want, he won't have nothing to do with you. Because what are you gonna give him? See, now since we here, let's pull up to the church and park. Now that we here, let's talk about it. Now that you got the man that you want, this man that's making all this, that's endowed and all this kind of junk, can knock the bottom out of you and do everything and still pay for everything. Now that you have him, what can you offer him that you haven't given to somebody else for less? Because if you got kids, there goes that. You can't give him his firstborn. You got children. You got 3, 4, 5 of them. If you like 35, now, if we my age and everything, I understand most women that I would ever deal with, thank God I don't have to deal with it. But if I had to deal with it, they would have children. I know that much. But my thing is, you can't say to me what you bring to the table. Let me explain this to you real quick. 2 more things and I'm gonna be done, I promise. If he's already got this money, he doesn't need your support. He doesn't need you to help him build. He's built it already. So what are you going to bring to the table? Half of you can't even burn Kool-Aid. So what are you going to bring to the table? What are you going to bring to the table, which since you want him so bad and you're willing to trash? See, the crazy thing is the men that you trash, the men that you say are too ugly, too short, too dark, too broken, they're all this. Well, I understand you want to have standards as it relates to money. We should too. Because if we making the money, we do. Rich men care about how you look. And if you 5'6", 400 pounds, they ain't gonna want you. Not rich men. Hey, Tony. So I'm confused. Stop leaving posts like this. Stop leaving these posts. This is a lie from the pits of hell. And every time I get up online, I'm reading these articles over and over again. Articles, and y'all have no problem going at us. While y'all going at me for going at Lizzo, y'all go at men all the time. All the time. Being broke. Just time and time again. It doesn't take much. Ebony Magazine. This is crazy. So y'all get to have preferences and we don't. And you know this Panda Bear gonna say something. So I'm sick and tired. I don't want to see the back and forth between men and women. Because if anything, did y'all know we are the highest never been married group in America? 50% of us never been married. 50% of us never been married. 50%. That means every other person will never be married or has not been married. Because we battling each other over stupid stuff, the superficial stuff. Because men are not allowed to have opinions, y'all. Men, we can't have opinions. We can't have preference. We should just accept long flybird eyelashes. We need to accept somebody's hair going down like Rapunzel, dragging like a wedding dress. We need to accept all of this. Hey, Limitless. This is not acceptable. If you want a man, here's the proper thing to do. Don't be immature. Don't be on here taking shots at us. Talk to us. Now, the men you dealt with and most likely made children with, them the ones you need to be going at. But don't go at the men because we are telling you you are wrong. Now you want to say we hurt or we bitter. No, we just tired of y'all taking shots and being generalized on all men, putting us all together. It doesn't work that way. If you want a man, then you need to stop trying to be one. Let a man lead. Stop trying to tell. Here's the line. Oh God, I'm preaching. Don't be. Why are we the one group where you want us to lead, but you don't? I've seen these posts. I don't want to submit to nobody. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. So, men, I keep saying this over and over again. Black men suffer from identity crisis when it comes to relationships because we don't know when to be a man. We don't know when to be a man. And since we're talking about independence, let's go here. Let's talk about independence. There's a difference between being independent and self-sufficient. When a man sees a woman, she says, no, I can do this, I can pay this, I can pay this. We don't be threatened by that. We actually, for those of us who, like me, don't make that kind of money, we not in the top 10%, in the top 30%. That's why it's the 30%. We're not in the top 10%. We're not in the top 4%. So we would love to have somebody that we don't have to carry. That doesn't make us less than a man. You think a man should kill himself while you lay at home and watch Real Housewives of Atlanta or Miami or wherever the hell it is right now? No, we shouldn't have to carry the load. So if you got an average man making $50,000 a year and you tell coming over here bringing 3 kids or you want 3 kids, tell me how the hell a man making $50,000 a year going to take care of that? In America, I work in childcare. I see them prices. There's no way. There is no way. So if a man asks you, if a man making 50,000, 40,000, that's the average, 41 something a year. If he's making that and he says, and he see you doing your thing, he like, yeah, you can help me build. Build means from the ground up. A doctor, a lawyer, a senator, or one of these dudes driving these nice little cars that you like so much, he don't care about your degree. He don't care about your money. He don't need you to build. What he needs you to do is satisfy him. And most of the time, and trust me, I know them, they don't care nothing about none of that. They care about how you look because they don't need you for nothing else. They don't need you for nothing else. So what else do you bring to the table? And here's the thing. Those men ain't scouring around the hood looking for you. They not. So you left to deal with the men you choose to deal with. But then you beat up on us because you made the decisions. No, it ain't the men that are broke. It's the men you choose to deal with or the men you attract are broke. So maybe you need to do some self-reflection and look at yourself and say, what is it about my cooch that I'm attracting all these dudes that don't mean nothing? And that's fine. That's fine, Kaylin. And nobody's asking you to do that. We not. The only thing average earning men, whether it's the upper average or lower average or middle average, we understand we as men need to take care of the bills. We understand that. But y'all need to understand that this man, if the best he can make is 41,000, it's really hard out here. And if he's making 41, I mean, I would be like, hey, if he's doing his best and he's treating you well, then the words broke should never leave your mouth. Because he may be broke, but by the time you finish with him, he's going to be not only broke, but broken. And he's going to be horrible for the rest of the world. I would rather you leave him alone. Go try to find that man that's making all this money that you can feel good about. Good luck with that. Tell me how it works out for you. Tell me how it works out for you. Because I'm sick and tired of y'all. Y'all posting all this junk. Y'all need to stop it. Men and women. But I don't see much men doing, except for these dudes that want to be like Kevin Samuels. But both of y'all, if y'all keep it up, both of y'all gonna end up down behind the dog and dying alone. Men and women. So there needs to be a better understanding about what men want and what women need. And most of the time we need to understand what you want ain't what you need. And what your eyes desire may not be what your body needs. You feel me? So you may like a man that's 6 feet tall, that's got a Long Johnson down to the floor, that's driving a Tesla and living up somewhere with a big old house with 14 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. You may want that, but guess what? That's going to come with a price. And I don't think, first of all, you don't qualify for it. Most of you don't. But even if you did, you won't be the only one. Amen. And well, since we here, unrealistic expectation is the name of the game. It's so many unrealistic expectations. See, I understand my limitations. I believe I can pull some baddies, but I ain't for to shoot my shot. I never will try to punch above my weight because I know where my ceiling is, the kind of women I know I can get. How? Because they usually slide up in my inbox. I know the level of, I know where that bracket is. The ones that slide in your inbox, that's about where you are. That's about where you are. I don't care what you think. It's about where you are. And I'm not talking about getting some sex. I'm talking about being married, because that's the only thing that matters. Sex comes and goes. I can get any man I want to smash. Any woman can say that, but can any woman say a man making 150,000 plus a year, since we talking about broke men, can you get them to marry you? My answer to you would be no, because if you could, you would have them already. You're right, Limitless. Exactly. She was pulling, and the thing is, pulling your weight could be simple. For me, I'm simple. Pulling your weight would be move out the way and let me lead. Let me lead. Your opinion and what you feel is respected. And I use that to make my decisions for my family. Because without my wife giving me the input, I'm a man on my own. Kings led, queens supported. Y'all wanted to be treated like equals. We are not equals. We are the kings. You were the queens. You help us. We lead. You help. That's what it's supposed to be. Now, if you're trying to lead, Terry Garmin, somebody who passed away, God rest his soul, said something to me years ago. He said, anything with two heads is a freak. Anything with two heads is a freak. So there cannot be two heads in any family. That's a monster. And trust me, I don't want a monster. You're going to let me lead or you're going to walk away. Let me make decisions with your input, because I'm always going to come to you. I'm the kind of man I would respect you enough to say, babe, I think we should do this. I really want to lean towards do. What do you think? Now, as my wife, trust me, if you are my wife, you already know how to think. You're going to say blah, 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 blah. Then I'm going to take what you say, pray about it, and come to a decision that's best for us and my family, taking what you said in consideration. Good kings do that. Good kings do that. Not y'all got to see, because you so beat up so your whole life that you think a king gonna come and tell you, shut up, I'm gonna do this and do that. No, them the dudes you deal with, because that ain't me, nor is it anybody I associate with. Because the men, here's the thing, the kind of man that I am, I will check my friends when I know they doing that. What kind of men are y'all dealing with? So I didn't really want to spend that much time on this. But this got my blood boiling, because I'm tired of seeing that. Black men ain't this, black men ain't that, black men. Not only do we have to deal with Jim Crow 2.0, now we got to come home and deal with you. And not only do you have to face the world, because it's hard for you too. We understand that. Real men, not mature men, understand that you have struggles too. But you can't take your struggles beating up on us, and we shouldn't do it to you. But I'm seeing too much of that going on, and it's so frustrating for me, because there should be a more harmonious situation in our community, especially now, since we are last in everything that matters, in education, in economics, in political circles. We are last, and we still here fighting about who broke. Is this where we are, brothers and sisters? Good luck. We shouldn't, and hurt people do hurt people. But if you are hurt, take your hurt self to a therapist and deal with this pain, because your pain unleashed on somebody else is starting a whole chain reaction of events. And so by the time it comes back full circle, that monster that you built gonna come back and knock you right back down again. And we're gonna start the circle. And here's the thing about this circle: it starts small. It's like a swirl. And every time it comes around, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the time now we at this thing where it's out of control. Well, we literally got black women up here talking about, I don't want to date another black man. Well, we got black men talking about, I don't want to date black women. When it really should be, I just want to date who I want to date. I don't have a problem with that. But when you put a color before that for some jacked up, stupid reason, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. And I agree with you, Nikita. There needs to be a level of accountability between black men and black women all the time. Now, here's the thing. I would use this platform to deal with these issues. If y'all want to talk about these issues where we just bring this stuff and talk about it, let's do it. I would rather us do that and have a dialogue than to take shots. I saw something today that made me just say, wow, because this woman got on this page going at this man saying some of the most, ain't nowhere in the world you a woman. The thing is, the woman, your most valuable thing to us is your femininity. If you lose that, if you want to come and talk to us like you a man, that's a problem because you are not a man. And so that man looking at you, now I know the ninjas that you deal with like that, but men, mature men, educated men, men that's got something going for themselves, we don't want to deal with somebody that's got a bigger Johnson than us. We just don't want to do it. We need you to be, there's a way, ladies, there's a way you could be strong and still not have to exhibit that rah, 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 rah. You ain't got to do all that. You don't have to do that. I agree. I agree with you, Tony. And I think before you do that, and trust me, you talking to somebody, when I speak about stuff, I mostly speak, I don't like to bring my personal stuff into this, but it's the way that I have to project it to you. A lot of what I'm expressing is what I've seen, what I've experienced. And I talk to a lot of people, mostly men. And if you really want to know what men think, don't go by panda bears. Don't go by these women that's single. Single women, they will keep you single because they miserable. You know, they get these fly-by-night dicks that come up through the night and leave. But you don't want that. You want somebody that can be there forever. So I'm willing, ladies, I'm willing to open up my platform for you where you can talk to men and ask us, what is it that you want? What is it that we want? And what is it that we know? Because what I'm really understanding, and I need to go, but what I'm really understanding is we don't know each other. Men don't really know what you want, and you don't want to know what we want because you've had all these songs that go number one. They go number one for a reason. Bills went number one and was there for a while. So men, women, we ladies, we want to know what you need from us. We want to hear you, but we don't want you to shame us into choosing you. Because now, here's the thing. Just like we have to get ourselves together to take care of you and our children and be a man and lead, there are certain things you need to do. If you're going to be a stay-at-home mama, you need to be able to prepare meals. And I mean master them. Don't be asking me what it tastes like. No, that's unacceptable. You need to master it where you can say, check this out. I know it's going to be good. That's what we need. That's one of the things we need. I know most men I hang with love to eat. Pause. Wait, I don't even have it up. I do need to put that up there. And the thing is, and here's the thing, Limitless. I would say I used to be like, well, maybe it's not. But some of these posts, man, they go hard. Y'all go hard. Y'all listen. Y'all spare no expense going in on us. Y'all spare no expense going in on us. None. Y'all don't pull no punches. And y'all even talk about the stuff we can't control. Ladies, a man can't control his penis size. He can't control it. We born with it or we not. So you gonna beat us up for something we can't control. But if we say, hey baby, you a little bit, you getting a little bit up there in weight, or we say we don't want a woman that's up there in weight, now the heavens are opening and God is raining down thunder clouds. When we say that to y'all,
they get confused, bewildered, lethargic.
We can't say nothing to y'all without y'all going there. Seriously. And that's the part that I don't understand that. So we need to, how many of y'all, real quick right now, say yes, that it needs to be some understanding. It needs to be a bridge gap that's demolished. Every other group does it. We need to get rid of this 50%. Seriously. Seriously. So I went. So thank you, Limitless. Anybody else? Let's have these discussions. Now, I have these discussions with you. We can talk about these topics. We can go and iron it out because if you want a man, then you need to definitely listen. If you want a woman, then you need to listen. Listen to these ladies. Now, ladies, don't come up here and being unrealistic. You know you know listen, let's be honest. I like I said, I know my where I can fit. I can pull some baddies though, but I know where it is. I ain't going for no. I look and be like, oh, okay, yeah, you got it. I mean, I'm not looking now, but I'm just saying. If I were, I'll be like, yeah, you got it. But yeah, anyway, now my cousin, I don't know if y'all was following it, but my cousin definitely was talking about something that was very, very. I seen the show. I saw the show and I was like, wow, this is crazy. So we're gonna move on to the topic of the week real quick, and then I'm gonna get off of here. Okay, we got a couple of things to talk about. But did y'all see the Dave Chappelle show, the stand-up? I don't know if y'all saw it. I saw it and I was like, yo, man, this is crazy because I'm like, he wasn't, I don't think he was intended to be funny. I don't think he was intended to be funny, y'all. I really don't. I think Dave Chappelle was using that as as I don't know. It was like to me, it seemed like it was a social experiment. It seemed like it was a social experiment. And so what some of the things he said kind of ticked off the LGBTQ XYZ elemental P over the square root of 4 times the base root of 5 over the square root of 3 minus the square root of B squared 2AC over 3. Because they adding all that stuff, it just gets longer and longer. But yeah, and now even though I'm an advocate of their rights, I'm starting to think that they're getting really, they're becoming bullies, in my opinion. They're becoming bullies because what he said was true. He was basically saying that when there's somebody black, you don't care. I watch sports shows all the time. When they go at a black athlete about black issues, nobody says anything. But you can't say nothing about the LGBTQ XYZ over B squared plus C squared over the base root of the quadratic formula. You can't say nothing about them without them getting upset. And that part is killing me. And I believe I believe this social experiment worked in his favor because it did bring, which is I love when people bring dialogue. I do. Now, I do have a problem with it, though. I do have a problem with the way they do it. Because it's getting out of hand. Just last week, y'all. Just last week, let me move myself over because I want to pull this up. Just last week, somebody sued. This lady sued. This transgender was suing beauty salons for not waxing her balls. You cannot make this stuff up, y'all. She got mad because they wouldn't wax her balls. Is this where we coming? Is this where the world is coming to, y'all? Where if you want your balls waxed, you as a man, you could just dress up a woman, go to a female salon and ask them to wax. Y'all seeing this? Is it getting crazy? And just last week, somebody got mad in the Michael Myers movie. They got mad at the Michael Myers movie, man. They said he was homophobic because he killed some homosexuals having sex or whatever. Now I saw it. I don't remember that part. I might go back and watch it again, but I don't remember that part. Do y'all remember it? You just can't make this up, y'all. Make sure. Hey, wait. While we here, make sure y'all hit subscribe. I mean, I need to get rid of this Michael Myers, but make sure y'all subscribe. Please, so y'all can be notified when I go live. Thank you. Just a needless plug. But when I saw that, I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is getting out of hand. It's really getting out of hand because I'm like, at what point is it going to be enough? Yeah, I heard about it, Tony. I heard about it, and I'm disgusted. My thing is this, men, ladies, whatever you want to be. The problem that I'm having with you is simple. You may dress up like a woman. You may want to look like a woman. You may even think that looking like a woman is beautiful. You may put on all the makeup, get your hair done, and do all of that. But at the very end of the day, guess what? You still a man, even though you look like a woman. So just because you look like a woman don't mean you not a man. So you cannot do stuff that women do. So you can't parade around here like a woman because you are a man. You are a man. So when people say you a man, you can't go in this bathroom, you can't get your balls waxed, you can't get mad. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm gonna be bringing y'all good content, just so y'all know. It gets real crazy. I work real hard to do this for you guys. I think that. And so what Dave Chappelle was doing, he was drawing attention to a lot of issues. But listen, he was drawing a lot of attention to the issues that we see. And he was basically saying, look, y'all missing the point. Black people get dealt with all the time. And we are loud. They say stuff. I just saw something on Facebook. This man called this other black man Toby. Facebook did nothing. We have to deal with that. But if you get on there and you say anything about them, they coming. Tell me, ask me this. Answer me this. Why do you think they're so scared of them? Why do you think they're scared? Why? Why are they scared? Somebody type it in. And I'm gonna give you my point. We've been in here, we've been here for years, 400 plus years, right? We still haven't learned. I was just talking about this earlier. We still got this big disconnect between women and man. We're not marrying. We're not reproducing and making healthy children because we laying down and having babies with dudes who we then attack, which is, anyway, we don't have our junk together. So because we don't have our junk together, guess what? This is why they organize, they have money, they have resources, they are unified. That's why they can get stuff done. So when you say something about any of them, you know they're going to put their 4,000 plus lobbyists at work to get you. We have what, 200? It is about control. I believe, and I agree. I agree with you, Limitless. I agree. It's about control. And they want to be, and like I said, when you got this kind of power and anything, that's what bullies do. They use their power to get what they want or to manipulate you into doing what they want to do. Now, you got them walking away from Netflix. And I want to applaud Netflix. I want to applaud Netflix real quick. Let's give a round of applause for Netflix. You want to know why Netflix gets an applause? Because those people that got up and walked out there, it's like, go, we're not getting rid of him. We ain't doing nothing. Because we ain't doing, at the end of the day, he making the money. And they'll choose their money. They'll choose their money over the LGBTQ XYZ element OP over the square root of 4 base root 5 plus the whatever. They ain't going there. So that's why Netflix didn't do anything. Now I enjoyed it. I thought this is one of Dave Chappelle's best ones. Because to me, who I'm an analytic, I'm an intellectual. So for me, it was not necessarily funny. I don't think it was intended to be, but I think it was touching on a lot of stuff that we deal with. And I think that they got upset because he was going that trend. And then here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you what he said, but it was a part of it that was crazy, where he talked about his friendship with a transgender woman. And listening to him talk about it, there is no way you can listen to that as somebody in the community and think that he was taking shots at you. He was making a point and y'all missed it because every little thing you say, it is what it is. And last thing I want to touch on is this. Stop saying that you the same as us. You have not dealt with what we have to deal with. When I think about what my ancestors dealt with when they were marching, with Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, and even back to Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, the stuff that they had to endure. They had police dogs sicked on them. They had guns pointed at them. They were shot. So I don't want to hear you saying you being persecuted when we're not the same. We're not the same, because my ancestors marched and they knew that every time they marched, their life could be in danger. They knew that. You marching to prove a point. They marched for their life. It's not the same, y'all. It is not the same. So we need to stop doing that, acting like it's the same, because it's not. It's not the same. So for my gay brothers and sisters, stop doing that. We're not the same. And Dave Chappelle showed you that we're not the same. So you can stop it with that anyway. Seriously. So this is where we are. Now, what do y'all feel about it? Did y'all think that it was a good show? How many of y'all saw it? I'm looking, how many of you saw it? If you saw it, just say I saw it. And tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Tell me what you think. I will. Exactly. We had marches. They had parade. Tell me what you thought about it if you saw it. I thought so too. Thank you. You watched it. I might watch it again, Tony. I'm thinking I might watch it again. So, and that's why it led me to something else, y'all. Something else that we had to deal with. Now, I know y'all really don't watch football like that, but it was another situation that happened with this guy, where he was caught saying some things about the homosexual. He said the F word about as relates to gay. Now, the stuff he said about a black man and his lips, they was willing to sweep under the rug. Now, real quick, don't he look like Chucky? Don't he look like Chucky, though? Don't he look like Chucky? He looked just like him. I agree with you. And that's the crazy thing. The John Gruden thing came to light right after it. And I was sitting up and looking, I was like, this is more of the same. This is exactly what Dave Chappelle was talking about. John Gruden said something about this man's lips. And we know historically, they always said our lips. They said we look like the M word, Monkey. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get flagged on Facebook again. And then when they came out, when he said something that offended the LGBTQ, XYZ, when they said something about them, then it was a problem. If you so much as say the sky is blue and it rained, ooh, there's a rainbow, they already mad. At what point does this end, y'all? It is getting really, really bad out here. It is really getting bad where they can say anything about us. When comedians go at us, when comedians make black jokes, nobody blinks. Nobody says nothing. When they make white jokes, they kind of sit there, they chuckle, but they feel away. But the second you say something about them, woo. And Dave Chappelle said something that was masterful. He said, even though you gay, you ain't forgot how to be white. He said, when he said that, those people was like, whoa. Yeah, you can still pull that card out there too. You still got that one. I was like, whoa, this Dave Chappelle really he was like, he didn't care. He don't care. This man walked away from 50 mil. He don't care. He gonna say it. And whereas I like Dave Chappelle, but at this point, man, he well, yeah. And I agree. And I just don't, I'm not with it, y'all. I'm not with it. I'm not with this whole thing. So when I saw Dave Chappelle, I was like, okay, this is something that I'm willing to do. I'm gonna watch it again, y'all. And I'm trying to find ways. Somebody, if you've done this, I'm new to the whole YouTube thing. I'm just trying to do it. I really want to do a live, like some of these records and some of these and videos and stuff like that. I want to do a live reaction video where I just go live, watch the video, you watch me live and see my reactions to some of this stuff. I don't know how to do that. So if you are on YouTube and you know how to do that, help a brother out, because I would love to do that and add my little flair to it. But yeah, that's my whole thing with him. So now, we did talk a little football. Now, those of you who like football, I can't let this go without. Because it was done by, and Randy Gregory plays for the Cowboys. Man, Cowboys been hitting lately. Pause. But check this out. Yo, because he fumbled, I'm gonna give this thing a 4. What you giving it? I want to give it at a 4. I want to give it a 4. What are you giving it? Tell me what you giving it. Somebody gonna give it something real janky. Nah, we ain't doing that. Tell me. But anyway, I'm gonna move on. Now, last thing I want to talk about, y'all. It's the basketball. Y'all already know where we going. It's the NBA. We talking basketball real quick. I'm for the jump off. You gave it a 3, Gregory. Why? I love the hit of the week segment, y'all. I do. And when I go looking for these videos, I try to find the hits that's a little bit between. I don't want to give all 5s and everything. I like to kind of mix it up, try, and I will accept yours if you see one, whatever. Oh yeah, Limitless gonna be gone. But no, now let's talk about basketball. Let's talk about this real first. The 75-year basketball team. It had a few players on here, and then some people were mad. Look at the list. If you see some people on here that you think shouldn't be, it was some people on there that were upset. It was a lot of people. Yeah, I don't think so. I think he fumbled. That's what made it good for me, because he fumbled. But it was a hit. I would give it about a 3.5, 3.54. I would say that, 3.54. Now, let's read some of these comments. Let me move myself over because this is about to get real good. Because some people feel like they should have been on it. Mainly, one of them is Clay. He feel like he should be in the 75 all-time team. Now, those of you who watch basketball, do you think he should be in the 75? I don't think he's made it yet. I think he should have, maybe he got a couple of more years. He still got to prove himself. To me, he still got to prove himself. I don't think he's there yet. I mean, maybe not. Then we had somebody else. Now, Iguodala, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He says Kyrie should have been on there. I don't think so. I don't think he should be there just yet. I know Limitless, you going hard. Now the basketball, if it was 100, yeah, I believe that. I agree. If it was 100, he would have made it easily. If it was 100. I don't think his body of work doesn't equate to him making the 75 right now. I don't think so, Abraham. I don't think so. I'm not right now. I mean, because look, I want to see when it's all said and done. And like, had he retired and we knew everything he was going to do right now, I don't know. I still don't know. I mean, it's some things with Kyrie's, the ups and downs. He spent a few years injured. He can't complete every other year he hurt. No, every other year he hurt. So I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Then you have this one. Now, this the one that I think should have been on there. I think Dwight Howard should have been on there. I think he should. Now, y'all could tell me if I'm wrong, but I think Dwight Howard should have been on this list. What do you think? I think because he was first of all, he was great on defense. He led the Orlando Magic, who really didn't have a strong team. He was pretty much a man by himself on that team, and he still led them to the finals. So if we're going to put some of these other players on there for doing it, why can't he go? Not to mention he has championship. He's garbage now, but he wasn't garbage when he was younger. If you look at his career, I think what messed him up is when he went to the Lakers. Not the first time. I mean, not the second time, the first time when Kobe was there. I think that's what set him on the downward. We need a trafficker weather. Hey, if you send me the ideas, I'll give it to you. I like basketball. We like sports. So I'm just running through these because these is right now is what important. But it was a fight between these guys. I think so too. But I don't think that was his fault. When that man stepped to him, I was like, oh, that's not good. I don't think that's not something you want to see. But early on, I think that Dwight Howard should be on there. I just really do. If you look at these stats right here, let me I can't move my logo. Let me move this. Hold on a second. I'm gonna move it over. When you look at these stats right here, right? You can't tell me that these are not impressive numbers. You can't tell me these are not impressive numbers. These are pretty decent numbers. So you telling me right now, looking at these stats right here, that he should not have been in the top 75? Is that what you're telling me? I personally think that he should be there. I think a lot of these players that got snubbed, they'll be on the top 100 easy. But I think he got snubbed. Now, the topic that y'all really want to talk about is this one. This is the last one, and we getting out of here. Listen, y'all. Listen. The battle against Father Time. Y'all know Father Time is undefeated, right? And y'all know me being a big Laker hater, not LeBron hater, a big Laker hater. You know I had to go in on this one. Pause. So I told y'all before the season started, long ago when me and my cousin was doing this, I said they were going to lose. I said if they don't play good defense, I had them to win. But when preseason started, I was like, oh no, I don't know. Because Carmelo ain't going to play defense. Westbrook ain't going to play defense. LeBron doesn't play defense these days. He's a good off-ball defender, but you could blow by him, pause, easily. Ashe News Sports Network. Come on, girl. Come on. Hey, Tony, hit my inbox. I might need to use you on some of these relationship segments. So, but yeah, I think the Lakers, they don't look good. They look bad. They look lethargic. They look crazy. And I wish my cousin, they don't need no help, Gregory. They don't need no help. They got all the help. What they need, they built this team. This team is built to play. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I only want to do these shows for like an hour, limitless. Like an hour, a little bit over an hour. I don't want to be on here all night. I might start breaking this thing up where I just have like some serious issues, relationship stuff, and then I do sports on another night. But yeah, I had this stuff all together. My cousin's supposed to be on here, whatever. But you tell me, listen, this ain't for me. This for you. Whatever you want me to do, I do. If y'all want to do relationship stuff, then why we not talking about the WNBA? Did you see that parade? They lower the rim. They make the game more marketable. Then we'll talk about the WNBA. The Sky, I'm happy that the Sky won. I'll give them a hand of clap. I'm happy. But I'm not really interested in the WNBA. I'm just not. It's not the playoffs. It's like baseball. It doesn't get good to the playoffs. Basketball, you can watch all year. So can you watch football. Even though I'm a Bears fan, I'm kind of distraught right now. So let me cry when I get off of here. Yeah. I'm sad. I'm sad because the Bears, and I had to do that twice because the Bears got whooped twice. Like they could have taken this score, cut it in half, and still won. That's how bad the Bears got beat today, and I'm disappointed. But anyway, the Lakers, they horrible. I think, are they playing tonight? I might go and check it out. I got league pass. But yeah, the parade. Tony, did you see the parade, Tony? Did you see the parade? It was, now when they got to the destination, there was more people there. But make no mistake about it. That's not it, man. They need to do something to change how they market this thing. Lower that rim. I'm telling you, you see some people dunking. You can listen. Listen, ain't nothing like seeing a woman dunk on somebody, because women, if for nothing else, they a little bit more hype about the game. They will get all the rah, 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 rah. I mean, I don't like the masculine energy, but hey, they balling out. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. It was like, no, it's more people at church tonight at an empty church than was at that parade. They was waving at the buildings, and people were in the building shopping like, oh, hey, y'all. Now let me get that purse right there. It was bad. Man, you don't want that for a championship team. You just don't want that. You don't want that. But anyway, it is 7:55, y'all. Thank you for joining me. I have so much fun doing this, even though I work through my technical issues. Thank you for being here. I really, really had fun doing this for you tonight. If you have any subject matter that you want me to cover, and you want us to cover, please, please, please send me an inbox, email me. Make sure you go and like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Help me out to build this thing up. But I was happy to do this for you. And if you have anything you want me to talk about, any subject you want me to discuss, whether it's religion, politics, sports, or anything, let me know and I will do it for you. My throat getting scratchy because I've been talking. But anyway, I love you guys. I'm about to jump off of here, catch the rest of this game. But remember, love somebody, respect everybody. Let's do this thing better. Black women, black men. Let's try to come together. Stop all the bickering and all of that. I mean, at least try to have a dialogue. Oh, Lord. Anyway, let me jump over here. Y'all take care. I love you.